If you see dogs as loyal companions, in China, they are a multi-million-dollar gold mine. Leave a 1 and join me in exploring the journey inside these seemingly mysterious farms. Dogs raised for meat in China are typically kept in specialized dog farms or small-scale breeding facilities. These dogs are often of certain local breeds selected for their rapid growth and high yield. Some of the common breeds raised for meat include the Hubei dog, the Shandong dog, and a few other smaller breeds. The living conditions for dogs raised for meat are often extremely poor. They are confined to overcrowded, cramped cages with insufficient space to move, run, or even rest comfortably. Most of these facilities lack proper hygiene and drainage systems, leading to filthy, polluted environments filled with an unbearable stench. In many cases, the dogs are kept in small cages stacked on top of each other, unable to move freely, leaving them constantly stressed, exhausted, and prone to illness. Medical conditions in these farms are also substandard, with little to no adequate care provided. The dogs are rarely vaccinated properly, and their diet is often poor, lacking essential nutrients, making them susceptible to diseases and severe health decline. Imagine if you were one of these dogs, enduring such horrible living conditions every day. Could you survive and be happy? The process of raising dogs for meat in China is often primitive, poorly regulated, and fails to meet basic animal welfare standards. These dogs are primarily bred for rapid weight gain, and their diet is highly inadequate. The food provided to the dogs often consists of leftovers from restaurants, including scraps such as bones, fat, or food that is no longer fresh. Additionally, household waste is commonly used, including leftover rice, vegetables, or stale meat. Some dog farms resort to using cheap, unidentified, or even spoiled food products. This diet not only lacks essential nutrients, but also compromises the health of the dogs, making them highly susceptible to illnesses. Moreover, water is insufficiently supplied, forcing the dogs to live under severe deprivation. The farming process usually lasts from a few months to a year, depending on the breed and care conditions. During this time, the dogs are confined to overcrowded cages with no space for exercise, leading to both physical and mental health issues. The goal of these farms is to achieve an optimal weight for the dogs, typically between 8 to 12 pounds, before they are sold or slaughtered. However, throughout this period, the dogs receive little to no medical care and frequently suffer from illnesses caused by their poor living conditions. This practice is not only a cruel process, but also raises serious ethical and animal welfare concerns. Once the dogs are raised to the appropriate weight, they are gathered in preparation for transportation to processing facilities. The transportation process from farms to these facilities is often stressful and challenging. Dogs are confined in small cages stacked on top of one another and endure long journeys under stressful conditions, with limited oxygen and poor sanitation. Dogs are often processed under unsanitary and unsafe conditions. These slaughterhouses typically operate covertly to avoid public backlash and opposition from animal protection organizations. After being processed, dog meat is distributed to restaurants and local markets, or sometimes sold directly to consumers. The processing methods often fail to meet hygiene and health standards. Dog meat is rarely subjected to thorough health inspections and does not comply with food safety regulations, leading to serious food safety concerns. The practice of raising dogs for meat in China not only raises issues of animal welfare and food safety, but also has significant cultural and environmental impacts. The consumption of dog meat in China has sparked strong reactions from the international community and animal welfare organizations. Many Chinese consumers are now changing their dietary habits and avoiding dog meat, especially in major cities where awareness of animal rights is steadily increasing. However, there are still some rural and suburban areas where the consumption of dog meat persists, although it has significantly declined in recent years. In China, the city of Yulin in Guangxi province is renowned as the largest consumer of dog meat, particularly during the annual Yulin Dog Meat Festival held in June. This festival has drawn significant international attention due to its scale and the controversies surrounding the consumption of dog meat. Reports suggest that each year, approximately 10,000 to 20,000 dogs are slaughtered during the festival, though the actual figure might be higher. During this time, local restaurants and markets in Yulin openly sell dog meat, attracting both locals and tourists. The consumption of dog meat in Yulin is not limited to the festival, it is also part of the region's culinary culture. Although dog meat is not a common dish across all Chinese cities, in Yulin and certain areas in southern and western China, it is considered a delicacy believed to boost health, particularly during the sweltering summer days. Locals claim that eating dog meat can cool the body and replenish energy, though there is no strong scientific evidence to support this belief. According to some sources, Yulin consumes approximately 2,000 tons of dog meat annually in its markets and restaurants. Dogs are often purchased from rural areas or even stolen from families, then transported to Yulin for slaughter. The meat is prepared into various dishes, from stews to grilled items, and served in family meals or small eateries where it is still regarded as a specialty. Despite the backlash from the international community and calls from animal welfare organizations to end the Yulin Dog Meat Festival, the consumption of dog meat remains prevalent in the city. Local authorities and animal protection groups, both domestic and international, have voiced opposition, but dog meat continues to be a part of the culinary tradition in some communities. In addition to China, another country where dog meat consumption still exists is Vietnam. Although it is not a common dish in every household, dog meat in Vietnam is often favored during holidays or gatherings with friends. In certain regions such as Hanoi, Haiphong, and the northern provinces, dog meat is considered a specialty, often prepared in dishes like boiled dog, stir-fried dog, or grilled dog meat. This dish is believed to be nutritious and to help enhance health and strength, especially when eaten with alcohol. Dog meat consumption in Vietnam mainly serves the needs of a specific segment of the population, particularly older individuals or families with a tradition of eating dog meat. Although not a common everyday food, dog meat is still sold and consumed in certain markets and restaurants, especially during special occasions or gatherings. While this dish is not widely favored, it continues to hold a special place in the cuisine of some communities. Leave a 0 if you oppose eating dog meat. In addition to dog meat consumption, the pet dog market in many countries continues to thrive, especially in places where there is a combination of traditional and modern views on this animal. A prime example is countries like China, South Korea, and Vietnam, where dog meat is still consumed in certain regions, but at the same time, dogs are also popular pets in modern households. In China, the pet dog market has been growing rapidly in recent years. With the rise of the middle class and increasing demand for pets, many families have started to choose dogs as companions in life. Popular dog breeds in China today include poodles, Shih Tzus, and Cocker Spaniels, which are small, easy to care for breeds suitable for limited living spaces in apartment buildings. Similarly, in South Korea, the pet dog market is also expanding rapidly, especially in major cities like Seoul. Here, dogs are considered family members, and there is a large service market surrounding dog care, including pet stores, grooming services, and dog hotels. Olives have many health benefits, as they are rich in antioxidants and heart-healthy unsaturated fats. They are primarily grown in Mediterranean countries like Spain, Italy, and Greece. The olive harvest season typically takes place from September to November each year. Since the 1960s, farmers have used machinery to harvest olives, reducing labor and saving time. The machines work by shaking the tree trunk, causing the olives to fall onto a net placed underneath. After harvesting, the olives are gathered and prepared for the oil extraction process. The olive oil extraction process begins by thoroughly washing the olives to remove dirt and impurities. Afterward, the olives, including their skins and pits, are crushed into a paste. This paste is then kneaded for about 30 to 40 minutes to separate the oil from the other components. Next, the mixture is placed in centrifuge to extract the oil. The first drops of oil are called extra virgin olive oil because they are unrefined and untreated. Everyone knows that walnuts are great for brain health, but not many realize that they can also be used to produce oil. Walnut trees are widely grown in countries like the United States, China, Iran, and Turkey. The harvest typically occurs in the fall when the outer husks turn brown and crack open. Harvesting machines are attached to the tree trunk and shaken vigorously to make the walnuts fall to the ground. Afterward, they use vacuum machines or rakes to collect the walnuts into a central location. The process of extracting walnut oil begins with cleaning and drying the walnuts to remove dirt and impurities. Once the nuts are dried, their shells are removed to obtain the inner kernels. Next, the walnut kernels are ground into a paste to prepare for the oil extraction process. There are two main methods for extracting walnut oil: cold pressing and hot pressing. Cold pressing involves compressing the kernels under high pressure without using heat, which helps retain natural nutrients and flavor. Hot pressing, on the other hand, uses heat to increase the oil yield, but this process can reduce some of the walnut's nutrients due to the high temperatures. As of 2023, the retail price of walnut oil worldwide ranges from approximately $5.32 to $9.52 per kilogram. This paste is then put into a press, where the oil and liquid are separated through a cold pressing process. The machine filters the mixture through a sieve, leaving behind the shimmering yellow-green avocado oil. The process of producing peanut oil begins with selecting high-quality peanuts that are free from mold or damage. After cleaning, the peanuts are roasted at temperatures of about 120 to 140 degrees Celsius to preserve their natural flavor and make oil extraction easier. Once roasted, the peanuts are cooled and ground into a paste. The oil extraction process starts when the peanut paste is placed into either a cold press or a hot press. Cold pressing preserves the oil's quality, while hot pressing yields more oil but may reduce some of its nutrients. After extraction, the oil goes through a filtration stage to remove any remaining solids. Finally, the oil is bottled and stored in a cool, dry place to maintain its quality and flavor. Peanut oil is light yellow, has a rich flavor, and is widely used in cooking. In some parts of the world, especially in Mediterranean countries like Italy, Spain, and Greece, people still use traditional methods to extract olive oil. Instead of modern machinery, they use large stone wheels to crush the olives. The olives are placed on a pressing surface, and then the stone wheel is turned manually or with animal power to crush the olives. Although this method is labor-intensive, it is preserved for producing pure olive oil with a rich and traditional flavor. Do you like using olive oil? Leave a 1 if you do. Olive oil is rich in nutrients such as vitamins E and K, omega-9 fatty acids, and powerful antioxidants. This type of oil is well known for its benefits in supporting heart health, reducing inflammation, and improving skin appearance. Olive oil is commonly used in vegetable salads due to its mild and delicate flavor. When paired with leafy greens, olive oil enhances the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K. It is especially suitable for those on a diet, individuals aiming to maintain their figure, and anyone concerned about cardiovascular health. In some countries like Turkey and Iran, people still use traditional methods to make walnut butter. Walnuts are roasted in a pan with sugar to create a sweet and fragrant flavor. Once the mixture cools and dries, the walnuts are crushed using a mortar and pestle or a grinder, and then stored in glass jars for long-term preservation. Walnut butter is commonly used in baking, adding a rich and nutty flavor to recipes. Are you still watching the video? Please leave a 0 if you are. Let's move on to the avocado harvest and oil extraction process. Avocados are typically harvested when they are mature but not fully ripe, about 6 to 8 months after the flowers bloom. Farmers usually determine the right time to harvest based on the size and firmness of the fruit. The harvesting is mainly done by hand, using shears or a sharp knife to separate the fruit from the branch without damaging the tree. This method helps protect the tree for future harvests and maintains the quality of the avocados. The avocados are washed and then placed in a blender to be processed into a thick green paste, with the skins and pits removed. China is the largest producer of peanuts and has the highest harvest volume in the world. According to 2023 statistics, China produces about 17 million tons of peanuts, accounting for nearly 37% of global production. The fertile land and favorable climate in provinces such as Shandong, Henan, and Guangdong have helped China maintain its leading position in this sector. Following China, India and Nigeria are the next largest producers, with annual production of 10 million tons and 4 million tons, respectively. Peanut oil contains important nutrients such as vitamin E, omega-6, omega-9, and antioxidants that help protect cardiovascular health. When used for frying, peanut oil has a high smoke point, around 230 degrees Celsius, which means it degrades less and maintains the natural flavor of the food. Compared to other oils like soybean oil or palm oil, peanut oil produces fewer harmful compounds when heated to high temperatures, while imparting a rich, nutty flavor that enhances the taste of dishes. Everyone knows that almonds have numerous health benefits, but few realize that the United States is the largest producer of almonds in the world. California alone accounts for about 80% of global almond production, thanks to its warm climate and ideal soil conditions. Each year, the US produces over 1.3 million tons of almonds, with the majority exported to countries such as India, China, and various European nations. Almonds are rich in unsaturated fats, protein, fiber, and vitamin E, which help lower cholesterol and enhance cardiovascular health. Additionally, almonds are processed into cooking oil, making them suitable for those on a diet. Making almond oil at home is quite simple and worth trying. First, you need to roast the almonds at a low temperature for about 10 to 15 minutes to activate the natural oils. Next, place the almonds in a blender and blend until you get a smooth paste. Use a cheesecloth or strainer to separate the oil from the solids. This process can take a few hours to a few days, but the quality will surely not disappoint you. Once done, store the oil in a sealed jar in a cool, dry place. Besides cooking, almond oil can also be used for skin and hair care. Under the misty skies of rural China, there exists a lesser-known livestock industry that has persisted for over 1,000 years, dog farming for the meat processing industry. In provinces such as Guangxi, Henan, and Jilin, many farming households have been engaged in this trade for generations, considering it an essential part of their livelihood. Estimates suggest that around 20,000 families are involved in dog farming, with the total number of dogs reaching millions each year. There are even entire villages dedicated to raising dogs, where families build kennels and care for their livestock to supply the market. Do you have the courage to step into these farms? Leave a 1 if you're ready. However, farming conditions in many areas remain quite basic. The enclosures are simple, often covered with metal sheets or surrounded by wire mesh, providing only minimal protection from the elements while lacking proper sanitation or sufficient space for the dogs. Many dogs are kept in cramped cages, with their primary food sources being leftover rice or low-cost industrial feed. The breeds raised for the meat processing industry are primarily those that grow quickly, are easy to care for, and can reach a substantial weight in a short period. Some common breeds include the Kunming dog, Da Huang dog, Pekingese mixes, and various local breeds. These dogs are raised to develop muscle mass and are typically ready for sale when they reach between 60 and 100 pounds. Certain areas, such as Nanning and the rural regions of Henan and Jilin, are well known for their dog farming villages. Locals consider this trade similar to raising pigs or poultry. Households typically set up their kennels away from residential areas to minimize odors and avoid disrupting daily life. These farms are usually located on the outskirts of villages, near open fields, or adjacent to agricultural land. The kennels are designed simply, without elaborate structures, just a gate to control the dogs. The floors are typically made of concrete or cement to allow for easy cleaning and to prevent the accumulation of mud or standing water after rainfall. This helps reduce the risk of disease transmission and maintains a drier environment for the dogs. However, due to their basic design, these kennels do not provide much space, limiting the dog's movement to a confined area where they must live in close quarters. Each kennel in dog farms typically houses between 5 to 20 dogs, depending on the size of the household operation. In larger farms, the number of dogs in a single enclosure can reach into the hundreds. When it comes to feeding, the dogs are primarily given leftover food from daily household activities, significantly reducing feeding costs. Farmers often collect leftover rice and vegetables from home kitchens or small local eateries to use as the main food source. Additionally, some households mix in cornmeal or bran to increase starch intake and promote faster growth. By utilizing these food sources, the cost of feeding dogs is considerably lowered, averaging between 30 cents and 70 cents per feeding per kennel. Dog meat is a controversial dish but remains a part of the culinary tradition in certain regions of China. Although it is not widely consumed nationwide, some provinces such as Guangxi, Jilin, Heilongjiang, Henan, and Guizhou have a tradition of eating dog meat, especially during festivals or in the winter when people believe it helps keep the body warm. The city of Yulin is well known for its annual dog meat festival, where thousands of dishes are prepared to serve visitors. It is estimated that China consumes around 10 million dogs each year for food, making it the largest market for dog meat in the world. Restaurants specializing in dog meat can be found in various provinces. In China, the dog meat supply chain extends beyond breeding farms to major wholesale markets, where bustling trade takes place daily. Once the dogs reach the standard weight, they are transported from breeding villages to large markets, primarily in provinces with high demand, such as Guangxi, Henan, and Jilin. These markets serve as key trading hubs where hundreds of merchants and restaurant owners gather to select their supply, creating a lively and highly commercialized marketplace. Operating on a large scale, these wholesale markets see thousands of dogs traded each day. Buyers often prefer to select live dogs to ensure quality before transporting them to processing facilities or restaurants. Prices for this type of product vary by region and season, but overall, the industry generates significant profits for traders. A fully grown dog can sell for approximately $70 to $140, and with millions of dogs consumed each year, the total value of the dog meat industry in China can reach billions of dollars. Leave a 0 in the comments if you're surprised by this number. In addition to breeding dogs for the meat industry, China has also developed farming models for various other animals with the same purpose. These operations not only meet domestic consumption demands, but have also become part of a larger food market, where some animals commonly kept as pets in other countries are widely used as food sources. Among them, cats are one of the animals raised for meat in certain regions. Provinces such as Guangdong and Guangxi have a tradition of preparing dishes made from cats, with a stable consumer market in local restaurants. Cats are either bred on small farms or sourced from various suppliers to meet the demand of the culinary industry. Similar to dog meat, cat meat is also believed to have unique nutritional value and is often featured in traditional dishes. Cat farms are primarily located in regions with a tradition of consumption. Here, farmers build simple enclosures capable of housing hundreds of cats. These farms are usually situated away from residential areas to minimize noise and odors. Cat enclosures are typically made of iron cages or wooden frames with mesh coverings, allowing for easy monitoring of population and health conditions. Caring for cats on these farms does not require much effort, as they are highly adaptable animals. Farmers mainly provide food consisting of rice, meat scraps, and leftover household waste, significantly reducing costs. Some farms also use commercial feed to accelerate growth. Additionally, farmers focus on breeding to ensure a stable supply. Larger and faster-growing cat breeds are prioritized for farming. The rearing process lasts from several months to a year until the cats reach the standard weight for market distribution. From these farms, cats are transported to wholesale markets, where active trading takes place between suppliers and restaurants. Leave a 0 if you oppose this practice. The cat farming industry in China not only meets domestic market demand, but has also become a profitable business for many farmers and traders. Although not as widespread as traditional livestock industries, this model still generates an estimated revenue of hundreds of millions of USD annually. According to unofficial statistics, millions of cats are bred and sold each year in China. With an average selling price ranging from $50 to $150 per cat, depending on size and breed, the total market value could reach between $500 million and $1 billion.
This factory churns out 300 million chocolate Easter eggs annually. They're crafted on automated assembly lines and packaged with finesse. These robot hands boast adaptable grippers, seamlessly fitting into the food packaging assembly line. These robot arms are crafted to serve these fantastic packaging lines. Any shape of bread can be easily wrapped up without a hitch. Can you believe this factory churns out a whopping 380 tons of butter annually, shipping it worldwide? With their stellar butter-making recipe, no restaurant can butter them up in terms of quantity. From production to packaging, it's a seamless process with very few hiccups. The fully automated bun production line. From kneading dough to packaging. Flawless from start to finish. Are these delicious and enticing salmon fillets your top choice for every meal? If you're a pineapple lover, drop a 2 if you're a fan of this pineapple cleaning assembly line. Beef is a nutritious and popular food choice for many. Are you ready to visit a processing plant with hundreds of cows at once? Have you ever indulged in canned tuna? And here's how they create it with their amazing processing and packaging lines. Endless strands of meat run through this machine, forming perfectly round portions. They're packaged in trays, simple yet elegant. If you're digging this video, drop a 1 to give us a shout out. If not feeling the vibe, hit us with a 0. These chicken pieces are filleted in a flash. Skin and bones are totally out of here. Every salmon fillet that enters the machine gets scanned under a red wave. Then the fish chunks are chopped to a certain thickness. Specialized sorting and packaging solutions specifically designed for apples and pears. A dual cookie packaging machine specially designed to package the cookies and cream product line with the highest efficiency in the world. Pork loin meat is processed effortlessly. And here's the finished product ready to go. The MHS ICC line. Beef sliced from ram production equipment to 1mm drop a 1 if you dig this video. The high-speed TS700UB slicer slices large quantities of pepperoni and smoked meat. Products like pepperoni and smoked meat can be sliced at speeds up to 2,000 revolutions per minute and widths up to 450 millimeters. The modern salmon processing plant is equipped with state-of-the-art machinery to handle fresh fish from the sea. Here, the fish is cleaned, cut into small portions, and packaged to maintain freshness and quality. The production process is carried out with professionalism and confidentiality, ensuring the final product meets high safety and nutritional standards in a truly fish-tastic. The Pintro meatball maker, also known as Pintro MBF50, is the perfect choice for producing a variety of meatballs in different sizes and weights. Its ability to easily adjust sizes and quickly switch between meatball types saves time and effort in a truly astonishing way. These carrots are automated for washing, sorting, and packaging. Talk about veggie tech. The automatic vacuum packaging machine Titan X 950A is so convenient it might just put a lot of folks out of work. Talk about efficiency gone wild. This nearly fully automated packaging line was built and supplied by Tramper Technology. It's like they put the auto in automation. All stacking systems can be integrated with GHD Hartmann bag packaging machines or other packaging systems. GHD Hartman offers a variety of stacking systems for different products and packaging schemes. They're adjustable, flexible, reliable, and quick, a perfect match for your packaging needs. Inside the food processing industry, how do metal detectors keep food safety intact? Tons of bell peppers are efficiently prepped, quick, and safe. Leave a 0 if this video leaves you yawning. What do you think about your restaurant owning this machine? Those chocolate bars will be whipped up in no time. With the WB2000, those giant loaves of bread are swiftly sliced and diced. This assembly line can sort a whopping 216,000 eggs in just 1 hour. Your job? Simply operate the machinery through the computer screen. It's like having a seasoned pro on your team, gently stacking and unloading eggs with reliable finesse. Ripe tomatoes are harvested and brought to the factory. The trays of tomatoes once weighed are moved to the packaging machine. Visit the chocolate factory with its array of delectable treats in various shapes. Do the smooth-moving assembly lines in the factory spark your excitement and make you want to apply to work there? How are these gigantic doner kebab meat chunks made? Witnessing how they craft these meat skewers puts my mind at ease when it comes to enjoying them. They use this machine to debone these gigantic chicken thighs. These meat pieces will tantalize your taste buds if you marinate and grill them. Are you ready to visit the hen processing plant? They're hung upside down and run through the fully automated assembly line. This line can handle thousands of chickens at once. These meat slices are lined up as if in military formation. The LCAT robot swiftly packs them. Packaging for fresh food like vegetables, fruits, meat, sausages, fish, poultry, and dairy products to processed meals is a breeze. How is canned sweet corn made? Ripe corn ears are harvested using giant machines and transported directly to the processing plant. Join us as we uncover the secrets behind that golden canned corn. The pineapple peeler, slicing pineapples at the push of a button. This is the precise slicing solution for mass-producing cakes with ultrasonic cutting equipment. The cumbersome tomato harvesting machines may seem crude, but they're actually quite clever. Making tomato sauce is the process of harvesting and processing tomatoes using modern technology. The tomatoes meeting the standard will be crushed to make tomato sauce. The sauce is packed in cans and plastic jars to serve in our meals. Be careful when cutting, it's razor sharp. Making a mistake could be dangerously dicey. This machine makes plucking chicken feathers a breeze. No more fuss or muss. The world's #1 meat cutting machine with top-notch efficiency. Drop a 2 if you're a fan of this beast. The tray-packed sandwich packaging line with leaf-skin trademark system and flat hard-cover trays won't leave you sandwiched between disappointment. At Specialty Food Australia, watch out for the meat mincing machine. Specialty Food Australia is packing minced meat using Multivax food packaging solutions. The ultimate robotic packaging solution for the food industry might just blow your mind. Witness this marvel in action. Unbelievable speed. Cutting-edge technology. Humans completely replaced. I'd love to work here with these magical machines. Automatic packaging box. These candy and cookie bags are packed entirely automatically. Surprisingly fast and accurate. The assembly line for ultrasonic candy cutting machines is in full swing. The guitar candy cutting machine slices through various fillings, cookies, jellies, soufflés, nut bars, ganaches, and other confections effortlessly. Its competitive edge. Easy to disassemble and replaceable frame. Leave a comment with the number 3 if you're keen on indulging in this delectable treat. Impressive. This is an automated system supported by robots for separating, halving, and peeling avocados and various other fruits, ensuring maximum reliability and hygiene, flexible usage, capacity planning, gentle handling, and high product quality. Capacity: up to 1,000 fruits per hour. The mango peeling machine handles 60 mangoes per minute. Mangoes are manually placed into the machine, and that's all the manual labor needed. Peeling and pitting are fully automated through a step-by-step process.
Every year, around 5 million dogs are consumed in China. Come with me as we watch the video and unveil the secrets behind the doors of dog farms here. Don't forget to leave a number 1 in the comments. The consumption of dog meat in China dates back thousands of years. Historical records from the Zhou dynasty 1046 to 256 BC show that dog meat was considered a delicacy in some regions. In traditional Chinese medicine, dog meat is believed to help warm the body during the winter. This belief has contributed to the inclusion of dog meat in regional cuisines, especially in southern provinces like Guangdong and Guangxi. Currently, southern provinces of China such as Guangdong, Guangxi, Hunan, and parts of Henan are considered the centers of the dog meat farming industry. Estimated data shows that around 5 million dogs are raised on farms across China each year to meet consumption demands. According to a report from Animals Asia, many dog farms have scales ranging from 200 to 500 dogs, focusing on breeds with lean meat and easy care. Meanwhile, some large-scale farms in Guangxi can raise up to 1,000 dogs. The environment for dog meat farming is often designed to optimize costs and increase productivity. This usually comes with significant controversy regarding animal welfare and hygiene safety. In dog meat farms, space is typically divided into small pens or concentrated pen rows. Dogs are often confined to wire cages or areas with limited mobility, with living conditions varying depending on the farm's level of investment. The food for dogs raised for meat is usually leftover food, grains, or other cheap feed to minimize costs. Sometimes, the provision of water and food is not adequately ensured, leading to health issues such as malnutrition or disease. Some farms implement disease prevention measures such as vaccinations or regular health checks, but they do not always comply with necessary standards. These environments are often criticized by animal welfare organizations due to the cramped living conditions, lack of care, and cruel confinement practices. Many argue that maintaining such dog farms not only violates ethical standards, but also poses a risk of spreading diseases, particularly rabies and other infectious diseases. However, some farm owners claim that they are only concerned with the quality of dog meat, while issues regarding ethics and animal husbandry are unnecessary. Therefore, the environment of dog meat farming remains a highly controversial topic in society today. What do you think about this issue? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. In recent years, due to changes in ethics and food culture, dog meat is no longer a primary food source for Chinese people. However, in regions like Guangxi, dog meat is still considered a local delicacy. Dog meat in China is often prepared in various dishes. One popular dish is dog meat stew, where the meat is cooked in a hot pot with spices such as ginger, garlic, chili, and various herbs. This dish can be served with vegetables, mushrooms, and other seasonings. Another dish made from dog meat is dog meat soup, where the meat is simmered in broth with spices like onions, garlic, turmeric, and other seasonings. This soup is believed to have health benefits, helping to strengthen the body and cure certain ailments. However, even if you offered me $1 million, I still wouldn't dare to eat these dishes. The Yulin Dog Meat Festival, held every year in June in the city of Yulin, Guangxi Province, China, typically lasts around 10 days and is said to celebrate traditional culinary culture, with dog meat being an important part of it. During the festival, it is estimated that around 10,000 to 15,000 dogs are slaughtered to provide meat for shops and restaurants participating in the event. Although there are no exact figures on the total amount of dog meat consumed throughout the festival, it is estimated that around 2,000 tons of dog meat could be consumed during the 10-day event. This is a very large number, and the festival has faced strong criticism from animal welfare organizations both inside and outside of China. In addition to the festival, dog meat is still consumed year-round in some areas of China. Previously, China consumed around 10 million dogs annually, but this number has been gradually decreasing, with major cities like Beijing and Shanghai banning the consumption of dog meat in recent years. Outside of China, dog meat is also consumed in several other countries around the world, although it is not as common as in some Asian regions. In South Korea, dog meat is still used in some traditional dishes during the summer. Similarly, in Vietnam, dog meat is still considered a food source in certain regions. In the Philippines, dog meat was once a popular dish during festivals, but today, due to strict regulations and a shift in attitudes towards animals, the consumption of dog meat is no longer widespread. Additionally, in some countries such as Nigeria and other regions in Africa, dog meat is also eaten, but mainly on special occasions and not as part of the everyday diet. In addition to the consumption of dog meat, China also has a rapidly growing pet dog industry. Leave a 0 if you don't want to continue watching the video. In recent years, pets have become an important part of many families' lives in China, especially in major cities like Beijing, Shanghai, and Guangzhou. According to a recent report, China is currently the second largest pet dog market in the world, only behind the United States. The pet care industry in China has reached a value of billions of USD. With this development, services related to pet dogs are also becoming more diverse. Pet supply stores, offering everything from food, toys, and clothing to healthcare services, spas, and dog training camps, are very popular in large urban areas. This market not only includes basic products but also expands to luxury items such as fashionable clothing for dogs, special foods made from high-quality ingredients, and even professional photo shoot services for pets. An important factor driving the growth of the pet dog industry in China is the change in family structures and lifestyles. With the rapid urbanization and the rise of smaller households, many people in China, especially the younger generation, no longer seek livestock as pets, but instead choose dogs. Dogs are not just pets, they are companions that help reduce stress and provide comfort for those living alone. Furthermore, in modern Chinese society, pet dogs are increasingly becoming symbols of wealth and lifestyle. A typical example of this development is the organization of beauty dog competitions, large pet exhibitions, and dog training contests. These events attract thousands of participants and create a vibrant market for pet products and services. Additionally, dog farms, breeding stores, and dog food manufacturers are also booming to meet the growing demand from consumers. In China, the pet dog industry is growing rapidly, and there are several popular dog breeds. One of the most popular breeds is the Pekingese, a small dog with long fur and a friendly, approachable personality. This breed is very well suited for life in small apartments in large cities in China, and they are often loved for their charming personality and cute appearance. Another widely kept breed in China is the Shih Tzu. This breed is also small with long fur, known for its calm demeanor and friendly nature. The Shih Tzu is an ideal choice for families who want a pet that is easy to care for and friendly with children. The Corgi is also highly popular, especially after being adopted by celebrities and stars in China. With its short body, long legs, and energetic nature, the Corgi is easy to train and loves interacting with people. Additionally, the Husky and Akita are popular breeds in China, particularly in areas with more space. These breeds are known for their strong and vibrant appearance, and they are loved for their loyalty and courage. However, due to their large size and active personalities, they are better suited for families with ample living space and enough time to properly care for them.
One of the profits from raising giant cows is providing high-quality meat to processing plants. Join me for a tour of how a giant cow meat processing plant operates. The first step when the cows are transported to the plant is skinning. Workers use appropriate tools and techniques to meticulously remove the hide from the cow's body. Farmers, you'll witness an impressive scene of organization and efficient management. These farms are often designed on a large scale with advanced systems to ensure the health and development of the cattle. Vast expanses of land provide space for the cattle to move freely, while spacious and well-ventilated barns ensure optimal living conditions. Farmers typically implement specialized care and nutrition measures, including protein-rich diets and mineral supplements, to promote robust growth and health in the cattle. These farms are not just places for raising cattle, they are also communities built on understanding and respect for animals and the environment. Exporting breeding cattle from giant cow farms also plays a crucial role in generating revenue for farmers. The process of transporting breeding cattle for export is typically meticulous and conducted using specialized transportation vehicles. Giant cows are hoisted using cranes and placed into shipping containers, then airlifted to other countries. Exporting breeding cattle not only provides significant income for farmers, but also contributes to the development of the agricultural sector and boosts the local economy. Cowhide is not just a byproduct of meat processing, it is also a valuable resource used in the leather crafting industry. American farmers have recognized the economic value of cowhide and started selling it to leather workshops. The production process of leather from giant cowhide begins with collecting the hides from meat processing plants. Once gathered, the hides undergo specialized treatments to remove impurities and process them into a suitable form for crafting. First, the hides are cleaned and treated with chemicals to remove the epidermis and fat. Next, they are soaked in additive solutions to enhance their flexibility and water resistance. The following step involves drying the hides to eliminate moisture and create a smooth surface. Finally, after these stages, the cow hides are cut into smaller sheets and packaged for sale to leather workshops. These sheets are then used to make leather products like belts and wallets, generating significant profits for manufacturers and leather crafting workshops. If you like leather goods, please leave the number 1. Afterward, experts at the plant conduct quality checks to ensure compliance with safety and hygiene standards. They examine the color, smell, and freshness of the meat before proceeding to the next processing stage. The next step is cutting the meat into different parts. Skilled workers use sharp tools and suitable techniques to separate the meat from bones, fat, and other fragments. They ensure that the meat pieces are divided according to the correct weight and cuts before moving on to the packaging process. The highest quality meat pieces are then selected for packaging and distribution. The beef is packed in specialized packaging to ensure safety and maintain freshness. From seemingly simple potatoes, humans have created countless delicious and nutritious dishes. Potatoes can be steamed, fried, sautéed, or baked, each preparation method offering its own unique flavor and culinary experience. Potatoes are rich in vitamin C, B6, potassium, and fiber, promoting digestive health, cardiovascular health, and boosting immunity. Potatoes also play a crucial role in the food processing industry. From potatoes, starch can be extracted for various purposes. Potatoes aren't just a staple food for humans. They're also used as feed for dairy cows when combined with grass. This process starts by grinding potatoes and grass in a specialized grinder, creating a nutrient-rich mixture. This mixture provides essential nutrients for dairy cows, helping improve their health and milk productivity. After harvesting, the process of cleaning and packaging potatoes is a crucial step to ensure the final product meets the highest quality and safety standards for consumers. First, the potatoes are conveyed to the production line to be washed thoroughly with water. This washing process helps remove dirt, soil, and any remaining impurities on the surface of the potatoes. Subsequently, the potatoes are meticulously inspected to eliminate any products that do not meet quality standards. Finally, they are packaged in suitable bags or boxes. Once packaged, the potato products are either stored in warehouses or transported to retail outlets to meet consumer demand. This process ensures that potatoes reach consumers with the best quality and hygiene standards. Leave the number 0 if you don't like this process. Have you ever wondered how those potatoes are grown and processed? Leave the number 1 if you want to join me on a tour of the potato processing factory. First, we'll visit the potato fields of the farmers. Instead of manually planting potatoes as before, farmers nowadays mostly use automatic potato planting machines. The process begins with using a plow to till the soil, creating deep and fluffy furrows. Right after that, the machine's automated system will drop the potatoes into the furrows at even intervals, ensuring proper distribution for future growth. The potato planter also has the function of covering the potatoes with a thin layer of soil, protecting them from external factors and maintaining the necessary moisture. The modern potato harvesting machine has brought significant efficiency and time savings to farmers. The potato harvester is designed to swiftly and effectively separate potatoes from the soil. The process begins with the plow of the machine turning over the soil, making it more loose and friable. Then, the conveyor system will lift the potatoes up and remove any soil clods, rocks, and other impurities. The process of horse farming not only affects the quality of the meat, but also creates a dreamy and sophisticated space for these graceful animals. The living environment of horses plays a crucial role, providing ample space for them to move freely and fostering a sense of peace and tranquility. The soil is meticulously cared for, including clean water sources and nutritious food, creating ideal conditions for the health and energy of the horses. Additionally, sturdy fence systems and gates are established to ensure absolute safety and prevent any unwanted risks. Each horse farm has the capacity for millions of horses. A staggering number, isn't it? Exploring a horse farm is not just a trip, but an adventurous journey full of excitement. Around the world, there are several large horse breeds known for their exceptional size and strength, with the most prominent being the Shire, Clydesdale, and Percheron breeds. The Shire horse, originating from England, is the largest horse breed globally, standing on average from 1.7 to 2 meters tall and weighing up to 12 kg. They are characterized by their thick coats and feathered legs, exuding an impressive and robust appearance. Clydesdale horses, hailing from Scotland, are equally impressive, standing between 1.6 to 1.8 meters tall and weighing up to 900 g. Often used in festivals and parades, they captivate audiences with their beauty and strength. Percheron horses, originating from France, are renowned for their endurance and powerful pulling abilities, standing on average from 1.5 to 1.8 meters tall and weighing around 900 kg. These colossal breeds are not only symbols of strength, but also reliable companions in both work and daily life. If you know more about any horse breeds, leave a 1. The process of horse breeding isn't just a natural expression of life, but also a crucial factor in increasing the herd size on farms. Horse reproduction requires careful care and management from farm staff, including monitoring the health of the herd and preparing for the birthing process. When a horse is ready to give birth, farm staff typically increase supervision and support to ensure a smooth and safe delivery for both the mother and foal. If you want to explore further, leave a 1. The nutritional regimen of horses needs to be carefully considered to ensure they receive sufficient nutrients and energy necessary for health and development. Typically, a horse's diet includes a balanced mixture of hay, grains, and supplementary foods, like soybeans and seeds. Hay provides fiber and essential nutrients for the horse's digestive system, while grains and supplements help provide energy and protein. The variety in the diet ensures that horses receive adequate nutrition and do not lack important nutrients. Additionally, properly adjusting the diet and monitoring nutrient absorption are necessary to ensure the best health for horses. Horse sausage is definitely a must-try if you ever get the chance. The horse meat is hand-stuffed into collagen casings by skilled artisans. Then, the sausages are grilled on the barbecue, creating a tantalizing aroma that stimulates anyone's senses. With the delicate balance of tender horse meat and exquisite spices, horse sausage leaves an unforgettable impression. The flavor of horse sausage is so enticing that many people line up just to savor it. Its distinctive aroma, characteristic of horse meat, entices the palate from the first glance. Exploring horse sausage is an exciting experience for culinary enthusiasts, delivering a sense of relaxation and satisfaction with every bite. Let's take a look at how the horse meat processing plant operates. First, the infrared equipment to check their health and determine their physical condition. Once the examination is completed, they are hung on an automated assembly line to begin the processing process. Factory workers meticulously remove the skin and organs, ensuring that unused parts are completely discarded. Next, the horse meat is divided into small portions suitable for processing and consumption. After the meat is divided, a sanitation inspection is carried out to ensure that the meat meets safety standards. Finally, the horse meat is carefully packaged in specialized packaging to keep the product fresh and safe for consumers. Let's continue our journey into the world of passionate plum enthusiasts. The process of creating delicious plums will leave you amazed, as it's a meticulous and elaborate journey. It all begins with pruning and harvesting the plums, crucial steps marking the preparation for processing at the factory. Pruning is done carefully, removing unnecessary branches to provide space for the plum trees to grow evenly and robustly. When the plums are ripe and juicy, the harvesting process begins. The plums are carefully picked by giant machines to ensure they remain undamaged and maintain the highest quality. After harvesting, the plums are transported from the farm to the processing factory. Here, they undergo advanced care and processing to become high-quality products like dried plums. Each product carries a rich flavor and excellent quality, reflecting the meticulousness and love of the plum growers. This dish is also very easy for us to make manually at home. To start, plums are carefully selected, only choosing ripe, evenly red ones without any damage. Next, we'll use a knife to cut each plum in half and remove the pits. After removing the pits, each plum piece is arranged on a drying tray without stacking. The manual plum drying process can take from 1 to 2 days, depending on the weather and humidity of the environment. Plums will be left in the sun or under a shade to avoid moisture and should be flipped regularly to ensure even drying. The dried plum processing factory is where the processing is carried out with professionalism and advanced technology. At the factory, Each plum is processed and transformed from fresh to delicious dried plums, ensuring long-term preservation. The process begins by selecting ripe red plums and ensuring quality. Then, the plums are thoroughly washed and pitted to prepare for the drying process. Next, the plums are arranged on conveyors and fed into drying machines, where temperature and humidity are tightly controlled to ensure uniform drying and preservation of the natural flavor. Leave a 0 if you find this video boring. If you want to preserve plums for a long time, check out my recipe for plum jam. Plums are washed clean to remove any dirt and impurities. Then, you chop the plums into small pieces and remove the pits. The prepared plums are put into a large pot, along with sugar and a little lemon juice to keep the color bright and balance the flavor. This mixture is brought to a boil over low heat, stirring constantly to dissolve the sugar and release plum juices. This process continues until the plums become soft and the mixture thickens. Once the plum jam is cooked, it's poured into sterilized glass jars, left to cool and sealed tightly.
If you see dogs as loyal companions, in China, they are a multi-million-dollar gold mine. Leave a 1 and join me in exploring the journey inside these seemingly mysterious farms. Dogs raised for meat in China are typically kept in specialized dog farms or small-scale breeding facilities. These dogs are often of certain local breeds selected for their rapid growth and high yield. Some of the common breeds raised for meat include the Hubei dog, the Shandong dog, and a few other smaller breeds. The living conditions for dogs raised for meat are often extremely poor. They are confined to overcrowded, cramped cages with insufficient space to move, run, or even rest comfortably. Most of these facilities lack proper hygiene and drainage systems, leading to filthy, polluted environments filled with an unbearable stench. In many cases, the dogs are kept in small cages stacked on top of each other, unable to move freely, leaving them constantly stressed, exhausted, and prone to illness. Medical conditions in these farms are also substandard, with little to no adequate care provided. The dogs are rarely vaccinated properly, and their diet is often poor, lacking essential nutrients, making them susceptible to diseases and severe health decline. Imagine if you were one of these dogs, enduring such horrible living conditions every day. Could you survive and be happy? The process of raising dogs for meat in China is often primitive, poorly regulated, and fails to meet basic animal welfare standards. These dogs are primarily bred for rapid weight gain, and their diet is highly inadequate. The food provided to the dogs often consists of leftovers from restaurants, including scraps such as bones, fat, or food that is no longer fresh. Additionally, household waste is commonly used, including leftover rice, vegetables, or stale meat. Some dog farms resort to using cheap, unidentified, or even spoiled food products. This diet not only lacks essential nutrients, but also compromises the health of the dogs, making them highly susceptible to illnesses. Moreover, water is insufficiently supplied, forcing the dogs to live under severe deprivation. The farming process usually lasts from a few months to a year, depending on the breed and care conditions. During this time, the dogs are confined to overcrowded cages with no space for exercise, leading to both physical and mental health issues. The goal of these farms is to achieve an optimal weight for the dogs, typically between 8 to 12 pounds, before they are sold or slaughtered. However, throughout this period, the dogs receive little to no medical care and frequently suffer from illnesses caused by their poor living conditions. This practice is not only a cruel process, but also raises serious ethical and animal welfare concerns. Once the dogs are raised to the appropriate weight, they are gathered in preparation for transportation to processing facilities. The transportation process from farms to these facilities is often stressful and challenging. Dogs are confined in small cages stacked on top of one another and endure long journeys under stressful conditions, with limited oxygen and poor sanitation. Dogs are often processed under unsanitary and unsafe conditions. These slaughterhouses typically operate covertly to avoid public backlash and opposition from animal protection organizations. After being processed, dog meat is distributed to restaurants and local markets, or sometimes sold directly to consumers. The processing methods often fail to meet hygiene and health standards. Dog meat is rarely subjected to thorough health inspections and does not comply with food safety regulations, leading to serious food safety concerns. The practice of raising dogs for meat in China not only raises issues of animal welfare and food safety, but also has significant cultural and environmental impacts. The consumption of dog meat in China has sparked strong reactions from the international community and animal welfare organizations. Many Chinese consumers are now changing their dietary habits and avoiding dog meat, especially in major cities where awareness of animal rights is steadily increasing. However, there are still some rural and suburban areas where the consumption of dog meat persists, although it has significantly declined in recent years. In China, the city of Yulin in Guangxi province is renowned as the largest consumer of dog meat, particularly during the annual Yulin Dog Meat Festival held in June. This festival has drawn significant international attention due to its scale and the controversies surrounding the consumption of dog meat. Reports suggest that each year, approximately 10,000 to 20,000 dogs are slaughtered during the festival, though the actual figure might be higher. During this time, local restaurants and markets in Yulin openly sell dog meat, attracting both locals and tourists. The consumption of dog meat in Yulin is not limited to the festival, it is also part of the region's culinary culture. Although dog meat is not a common dish across all Chinese cities, in Yulin and certain areas in southern and western China, it is considered a delicacy believed to boost health, particularly during the sweltering summer days. Locals claim that eating dog meat can cool the body and replenish energy, though there is no strong scientific evidence to support this belief. According to some sources, Yulin consumes approximately 2,000 tons of dog meat annually in its markets and restaurants. Dogs are often purchased from rural areas or even stolen from families, then transported to Yulin for slaughter. The meat is prepared into various dishes, from stews to grilled items, and served in family meals or small eateries where it is still regarded as a specialty. Despite the backlash from the international community and calls from animal welfare organizations to end the Yulin Dog Meat Festival, the consumption of dog meat remains prevalent in the city. Local authorities and animal protection groups, both domestic and international, have voiced opposition, but dog meat continues to be a part of the culinary tradition in some communities. In addition to China, another country where dog meat consumption still exists is Vietnam. Although it is not a common dish in every household, dog meat in Vietnam is often favored during holidays or gatherings with friends. In certain regions such as Hanoi, Haiphong, and the northern provinces, dog meat is considered a specialty, often prepared in dishes like boiled dog, stir-fried dog, or grilled dog meat. This dish is believed to be nutritious and to help enhance health and strength, especially when eaten with alcohol. Dog meat consumption in Vietnam mainly serves the needs of a specific segment of the population, particularly older individuals or families with a tradition of eating dog meat. Although not a common everyday food, dog meat is still sold and consumed in certain markets and restaurants, especially during special occasions or gatherings. While this dish is not widely favored, it continues to hold a special place in the cuisine of some communities. Leave a 0 if you oppose eating dog meat. In addition to dog meat consumption, the pet dog market in many countries continues to thrive, especially in places where there is a combination of traditional and modern views on this animal. A prime example is countries like China, South Korea, and Vietnam, where dog meat is still consumed in certain regions, but at the same time, dogs are also popular pets in modern households.